like someone clipped my wings. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye. I laid awake just begging to let go. I almost got to suicidal thoughts, but you stepped in. An angel sent from heaven showed me how to live again. Now I'm falling, and I can't see the ground. Can we stop this gravity? It keeps bringing me down. I can't breathe, and I don't wanna die. Can we stop this gravity? 'Cause I don't wanna say goodbye.
Feel uninvited. Left home in West LA. I'm not excited. So uninspired. On my way to play the bay while you're alone. This girl's a wonder. She loves me, yeah. She needs to know I love her. I wonder if we'll make it through this summer. Just wanna touch like back when we were younger. Yeah. Why don't you love me, love me, love me? Touch me, touch me, touch me no more. Why don't you love me, love me, love me? Touch me, touch me, touch me no more. Love me, love me, love me. Touch me, touch me, touch me. Love me, love me, love me. Touch me, touch me, touch me.
I'm so divided, starstruck, but hate has got some indecisive. I'm over fighting, I just can't wake up cold and sleep alone. This boy's some trouble. When he's around, my problems seem like double. His stupid eyes put me on ice, so no, no. Don't slow me down, don't wanna do this solo.
Why don't you love me, love me, love me? Touch me, touch me, touch me no more.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Hello and welcome everybody to day 3 of the Overwatch Janata Curfew Charity Cup.
Ready
It's been a
for
really
battle.
awesome 2 days, and today we will be beginning with the first match, that is Mukesh Idliwada versus Team Batman Soup. Mukesh Idliwada is showing a really impressive showing in the winners bracket,
Attackers
taking down
incoming in
one of the
30
favorites of the tournament in Janta's favorites. And now they are going up against another really high tier team who are Masters. We do have a donation, so Team Batman Soup will be playing with the 5% damage reduction. And I am joined with none other than DJ Destiny.
What is up, guys? What is up? What is up? How are you doing, Asha?
I'm doing good. We've been seeing some amazing games. Been really happy, especially your game last night. That was just insane. So what are your thoughts on this game? Like Batman Soup does have their damage reduced, and we saw what Mukesh Idliwada is capable of when their opponents get even a slight damage reduction. This is looking scary for them.
I like the way they're playing the dive, you know, they're using the map to negate the damage and they're going for a wild dive, hoping to get a pick, wild steady on point, Ryan falls down. But you do know that Watcher is an insane DPS on this gen.
Yeah, so far he's shown us that, you know, damage reduction, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, exactly.
He just does what he has to do, whether you nerf the damage or not. And Cruzy on the Bastion, it's a good pick, I guess, with this particular situation, because, you know, it's a good way of getting around the damage nerfs. So you've been watching, I think you've been watching Mukesh Idliwada play.
Yeah,
What are your thoughts on their players? Anyone you want to particularly look out for? I think Nightwing has been doing really well.
Night
Knight as well played a really impressive ball.
Exactly. I'm not even joking. Night and Nightwing, they kind of popped off yesterday on the ball. Tracer.
Oh, he gets a huge kill on Myokin, and
That's a 65 right there.
yeah, he's 6v5 and he's nowhere close to his EMP, so this is going to be really hard for Team Batman Soup. They might just end up losing the point here, but so far, nothing yet.
You do have the coalitions coming out, keeping the Rhine alive. Cruzy goes down, Method goes down. I think this should just be point. But no, Watcher gets another pick.
Nightwing is taking on Nightwing, does have the dragon. Is he gonna use it after the transcend is over? He does. Just to zone out the people who are trying to contest.
Watcher goes down, it's a 2v6 right now. Myokin gets another pick.
Myokin does have the EMP. He might be looking to pop this, and the Bastion pops as well.
The EMP getting no one.
That does
Gary.
not look good for them.
Gary, what are you doing, Gary? It actually got no one, dude.
It's almost like he was playing Dota with a blink dagger and someone hit him, so his blink got cancelled or something. But they should be regrouping, going into the streets phase. This is, yeah, I like this. Take the Symmetra, teleporting to high ground, setting up quickly with the Bastion.
But see, the thing about this phase of the map is you can negate Bastion's damage very easily with the map and just keep poking him.
That is a very good point. But eventually the card does have to move through where Bastion can do damage, but as I say that, he does go down. So that's a huge chunk of damage just being taken away from Team Batman Soup.
You can just see that how aggressive they are after getting one pick, they just go all in. And that's
Yeah, they showed us yesterday that they weren't scared of anyone. It doesn't matter whether you're a 4K team or a Master team, they're just gonna come at you.
Yep.
Cruzy going back on one of his signature heroes. And we've seen what he's capable of on this hero in many tournaments, many lands. He's won many games for his team. Can he do it again? He is playing with damage nerf.
Cruzy gets taken down instantly. Water falls next. I think that bomb was just to get his mech back. I don't know. I didn't see that. Everybody is caught in no man's land and falls down instantly. What is Gary doing?
have no intention of applying the brakes. They're just taking the fight to Team Batman. So that is a quick 2 points.
You see the Symmetra.
Just under 4 minutes left and only 1 point left to push to finish this map.
Much better.
Yeah, the Symmetra TP.
She's playing all the way in the back. What is
Okay.
Ryoka doing?
I don't know what is going on. Maybe this is what is happening. He might just get a DMAC. Yeah, that's a good DMAC on.
He's alive.
He might
takes
lose
DP
his
out.
life for it.
Oh.
I don't really know what's going on there, but okay. Method is almost up to his. I think it was the first grab of this this match.
It should be. Flex pulls out his fire, and he gets Cruzy. The Cruzy keeps falling down every fight. I guess Mukesh Shikibara wants to focus them down.
Once again, I like the fact that they did begin with the shatter, so now Advisor can be building some all charge again when Method does decide to pop his grab. He just wants to make sure he gets the DMAC off first. Oh, but Nightwing takes him down with the dragon.
I'm telling you, the dive comp is a beautiful comp to play.
Can they even contest this? Cupcake, she's got her ult up, but I don't know if she can actually survive.
I don't
time.
think they can touch. That's a fast point. That's a point with good
Yeah,
time.
Method
2.5
just didn't
minutes.
get a chance to use his grab at all.
That's kind of unfortunate, but you know, yesterday when I played with Zarya with the damage reduction, I gotta tell you, even though I had 100 energy, it was kind of hard building the grab. Doing damage, it's kind of Pepega, to be honest.
I think you might be partly to blame for that, because I just heard that you sent a donation in to nerf the people who did defeat you and send you to the lower bracket, is that right?
I just sent the donation for Gary.
They are the ones who did send you down to the lower bracket, so it's only fair.
Yep,
And it's all for a good cause.
exactly. Dude. In the end, we're doing this only for the charity. You know? Win or lose, we're all winners here in the end of the day.
Attackers incoming. 30 seconds.
Zarya, how can it even pick up all that weight?
I lift as well as I lift because it cannot be avoided.
Damage increase.
Thanks for the assist.
So what do you think of the side on defense?
We do have a pause, unfortunately.
Indeed. You see the defense side, they're playing the double shield with the standard Lucio Ana and a Hanzo and McCree.
And I just got word that we did receive another 500
Oof,
just now,
so
so
is that gonna be 85% for next game, or you're gonna drop them to 80? I think you should drop them to 80. I think that's
no, it
that's
won't
good.
be 80 because it will reset after this map. And
Yep,
this
unless we
time-
receive another 500.
Yeah,
Your chat, come on. You
we
can donate
need
another
1,000
500.
rupees per map to drop them down by 10%.
Yo, come on, chat. You can do it. It's all for a good cause, you know. Get Gary irritated, and for charity. It's all for a good cause. Someone get that 500 rupees going in.
I'm not even sure if it might be required because even with just a 5% nerf, Batman Soup seems to be struggling against Mukesh Shirlivada.
See, I don't want Batman Soup to struggle. I want them to fall, you know. I want them to feel what I felt yesterday. Shri, the damage right now is 85%. Next game, if someone donates another 500, it would drop to 80%. Am I right, Asher?
Yeah, that is correct. Because we did just receive a generous donation of 500 rupees, which will go towards the next map. Fortunately, I think it's Watcher with internet issues. This is something the entire country has been experiencing in this lockdown. We just have to wait for him. I'm sorry about this, but it's not something that can be avoided. So you've played in many teams with Cruzy before. You've seen what he's capable of.
Yep.
He's carried quite a few finals, I think, like one crucial matches for your team. Do you
He's
think
done
he
a
can do
lot
it
of
again?
carrying. I think he can, but he hasn't been playing the game for a while, so that could throw him off a bit. Plus, you're throwing damage reduction at him, so the numbers are messed up for him.
Yeah,
So
and from what I've seen of him, he's a player who relies heavily on feel. So this might just screw up his muscle memory a little bit. We'll have to see. He is getting damage boosted by Cupcake though, so that should help a little bit with the damage reduction.
But on the side of Mukesh Atliwala, they do have the Mekri, they have an Ana, they have the Pull Rock combo that can shut down the Pharah instantly.
And Nightwing has just been hitting all his shots with a Hanzo. That's also going to be something Cruzy and Cupcake will have to look out for. Yeah, this is not going to be easy for them.
Indeed.
Do we have any word on Watcher?
Nope.
I guess we're just giving him a few minutes.
Okay, it seems they're ready.
Ah, that's good. We can resume the game. This is a best of 3, so the game isn't over by any stretch. And it is the winner's bracket.
I will
So
not
even if
waste
they
this
do
opportunity.
fall in this round, they do have more matches coming up.
5,
Let's get you
Indeed.
back.
3, 2, 1.
But it's too early to count anyone out. And we've seen what Cruzy is capable of. That being said, he is going to switch off the Pharah and go Hanzo. I think this is the wise choice though.
I wonder why he went Hanzo. Interesting.
Well, you probably know him best. Why do you think he went Hanzo?
I say Gary stream type.
Well, that's actually true. Gary, get out of the stream. Although we
Yeah,
do have a delay, so
I mean, we did pause though.
yeah, Gary. So we just nerf him even more for cheating.
Yeah, so we get him down to like 15% damage. I guess that's enough for him. Let him just wander around like dead weight. Solana,
This is
yes,
up.
this is the.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, sir. I like the way they're holding high ground and they drop instantly. They should move away from the wall. Sigma should move away from the wall. Oh no, that's kind of unfortunate.
What do you think of the Orisa Sigma tank lineup? The nerfs both of the heroes?
It kind of fell, to be honest, because of the shield damage. The reason they played that comp was only for the double shield.
Yeah,
So,
but I guess now that you are doing reduced damage, that kind of mitigates the nerf.
oh yeah, for now it does
Exactly.
mitigate the nerf. So that's the whole reason we were running Orisa Sigma even yesterday, It's kind of viable with the reduced damage.
But I guess they don't feel too confident about working on the street phase and have switched to attack comp. You see on the Doomfist, the Knight going This is how these guys play. They want to take the fight to the enemy team. They've always been up in their face, and I wouldn't be surprised if Nightwing uses his ult and then swaps up to a Tracer, like he has done in so many of these games before.
But holding the Hanzo on high ground, it's still pretty good, right? Just imagine the full team diving in with the Doom, and the Hanzo just sniping from above. That's gonna be a lot of damage. They get down the loom. Diva mech falls. Diva should die in this case.
Watcher is a little slow today on those alt charges, but we know what he's capable of when he gets going. I remember in one of the previous games he was getting alt every fight, even though he was his damage was nerfed.
He just hasn't had his Murugan Idli yet.
First grab of the game method, I think.
That's an easy 3-man kill right there, and I guess the team should just back out at this point. Regroup.
Yeah, I think this point is gone.
So Batman Soup doesn't really look phased by Murugan Idli's attack. I'm sorry, Mukesh Idli's attack.
Nice one. Murugan Idli, right?
Yeah, we do have Murugan Idli in the game though, so it's just that he's playing for the other team. And as I say that, he does have strong tendons. Does not
Right,
Yep, he fired again.
Asho? I think the chat is telling you to reduce Weiler's volume.
Yeah, Weiler, you can just speak softly.
Yeah,
Like you can whisper.
just not stick that mic up your throat and go. No, he's quiet, that's good. I want to see how they're gonna dive. I've always loved watching dive comms. Should bait that out.
Yokin, he does have the May ult up. He's gonna be looking to use this quick, I think. He does pop it.
But the Diva Bomb kills Myokin. So that ultimate was actually kind of useless.
I'm actually surprised he did get got by the Diva Bomb. He did have a lot of cover to work around, and he did have his ice block up as well. Yes.
My ultimate
Just
ability
a crucial mistake coming out of carry, and he does swap up the McCree method. He's almost up to his second grab, and it does have a shatter.
You think the Diva's gonna eat the ground?
Right?
I wish he does. I think the monkey's gonna fall down. Oh, he has his ultimate. The Reaper gets taken off, so the monkey can actually do more work. He's just jogging them around. Both the
Method
tanks
dropping
get shattered.
really low though. Starting by the skin of his teeth.
I guess this should be a big point, but Mukesh Idliwala does have more time in the end.
Fortunately for Batman Soup, the difference is not too much, but Mukesh Idliwala, they haven't stopped contesting just yet. And they do have 13 seconds more on the clock.
Tranquility.
So that means Mukesh Idliwala will be defending first, and if they do manage to full hold them, let's see, you know.
Can we get some predictions in chat? Who's gonna win this map, Hollywood?
You can see Myokin in chat already. He's coming in. This guy reduces damage, make it 0%.
Ready for battle.
I wonder if Watcher's been having some internet issues.
Incoming in 30
I hope not.
Well, it's high noon somewhere in the world.
Flexi decides to defend with the Ash this time. It's just gonna be a lot of damage. They don't have a Diva to eat it, so the Dynamite is just gonna be doing a lot of damage on the chokes.
5, 4, 3,
Especially combined with Moira's orb
1.
and Brick going in your face.
Incoming. Defend objective A.
Lucy's on Pharah? Okay, he goes back on the Reaper. They're playing the May Reaper. You do have the Brig armor, so taking that down is gonna be kinda hard. Nice done. Gary almost falls, Gary is dead. Advisor should be the next one to fall. You can see the Reinhardt already has his shatter almost. He's at 80%, 75. He's so close to it.
Nobody on Batman stood anywhere close to their ults. That was a decisive victory for Mukesh and Libera in the first fight of the defense phase. He should be pretty happy with that. Dark Creator looking to let this shatter. That fire strike should do it.
Let's see how the shatter is gonna play. They're all moving up to the high ground. And he gets a 3-man shatter. Oh, Watcher takes down the Tracer just as he shatters.
That was a nice May wall. Myokin there.
Watcher takes out the second DPS.
Is it Watcher time?
No, unfortunately.
Watcher.
That is a 3k from Watcher.
He shouldn't have popped this
I'm not sure why
Yep,
he
I'm
popped
not
his
sure.
trance there, but I guess it
Maybe
happens
he's
to
gonna
the
die.
players.
Since it's the last fight anyway.
Well,
No, I
he
mean,
does die,
just to make sure he doesn't lose it, I guess.
10 seconds remaining.
It's a long contest by Nightwing.
Objective A captured. Escort the base.
This will heal you.
Houseborn ready.
Mukesh Shidliwala with 4 ults to their team and Break building up hers as well. She's really close to it. They might just open with the grab or the Morrow.
There is no trance, so the grab is pretty much easy if he goes in for it.
Surrender to my will.
Did Method just grab the Bob?
Yep.
Come on, Method. Why would you grab the Bob?
Look at that Watcher, he just trance, but he's already 67 up to the next Transcendence.
It's just Watcher things, dude.
He does go down, but he should have it for the next fight. That is... Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna call him out for trancing questionably because it's like
Deja vu.
popping a healing orb for him. He
My
just has it
ultimate
when he
ability is
needs it.
charging. Coalescence is charging.
I feel like Mukesh and Livada displayed that fight. They lost most of their ults and they didn't really get value from anything. Watcher does have his Transcendent, but he gets taken down by Nightwing, so he will not be able to use it in this fight. It was a crucial pick coming out of Nightwing, and that secures them the defense. But if you were Batman Soup, I think
4
you'd be pretty happy
to
with that
3.
push, all things
Switching
considered.
sides. Initiating match.
What are your thoughts, DJ? What do you think is gonna happen?
I think they should just stick to the proper dive comp.
You're talking about Mukesh Livada.
Mukesh, yeah. And they should just play what they're good at. And it should be an easy push if you ask me.
Now show them.
They could have held as soon as the doors opened on first point if he had grabbed earlier, but I don't know why he was holding on to the grab, knowing that they didn't have the Transcendence.
And since Nightwing was contesting when Watcher accidentally popped his trance, he should have communicated that to his team. I'm not sure, but it happens, I guess. In the middle of a match, sometimes things get overwhelming. You forget to keep track of ults.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Batman Soup with the Bastion comp again. Miokin on a Junkrat this time, so there's gonna be a lot more spam damage coming out. Cruzy just melting the D.Va. That was almost a quick T-Mac. As I say that, they do manage to bring down the Bastion. They do not have a res for him. Should be a quick cap for Team Mukesh.
As I said, you know, you play dive bomb, they're strong at it. Too much easy.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
I don't know, this is not looking very good for Batman Soup.
Sure isn't. You have ultimate, you have the coalescence. If they manage to pull off a good call, I'm telling you, they build all their ultimates. They should kill the Reinhardt. Reinhardt is too alone.
Coalescence, yeah. Advisor is taking a lot of damage. They don't have enough healing to keep him up, and the team just goes down. They really have to regroup as quickly as they can. This just might be the map.
They have so many ultimates on the side of Mukesh Klivara.
Especially the Flexisaddle Junkrat Dyer, he can get a crucial pick when Batman Soup is trying to recontest.
Well, that's a huge pick.
Cruzy coming up big in these final moments of
Flex has to use his ultimate. He's on the side.
and he does get two. That's a huge kill. That just might have gotten them.
But it's 4v4, I think.
Oh, Miokin with another clutch ult. This is the battle of the Junkrats.
The bomb gets Miokin. That's a 3v3. The Hanzo is in the back. They have to look at the Hanzo.
Advisor is almost up to his shatter. He's good. He needs to come up big for his team here.
He doesn't have any block his shatter. It should be huge.
No, both the healers falling down. Mukesh Klivara might just get the map here, and they actually get the map.
That was so close,
When
but
faced with a
Mukesh Klivara,
we must challenge our assumptions.
in the end, they just managed to close out Hollywood.
Play of the game.
Okay, that's kind of great.
Although I do think this map could have gone Batman Soup's way. They just made a few crucial mistakes on their attack.
Indeed.
With their ult usage, and I think that caused them the map.
Why are supports getting so many BOTGs?
It's either because of the lack of damage, I think, or there's just a bug.
I feel
we're going into Blizzard World.
They shouldn't be picking any map with the possibility of dive.
But what kind of maps can you pick in that case?
That's a very good question. Oh, let's see. Paris.
Yeah, probably. You guys showed
Team
really well
Synergy.
yesterday that, yeah, Team Synergy. They couldn't do anything against your bunker comp. It was one of the few full holds of the tournament.
You know, when in doubt, just pick Paris.
And one of the best things about your game yesterday against Team Synergy was we did manage to unlock 2 of the milestones, which is a clean 6-man kill, as well as the first Lucio 3-man boop of the tournament.
Oh yeah, Light and Pokerface. Were they the ones to get it?
Yep. There are more milestones to keep our eyes peeled out for, though. So hopefully we should see more coming up in these games. Batman Soup, I think, decide to go with King's Row. One of the favorite maps of, I guess, most Overwatch players. But Veiler, they do receive reduced damage in this as well, right?
Yep.
They're not going to be too happy about that one, but it is what it is, and it is for a good cause. They will be down to 85% if I'm not mistaken.
Now entering King's Row.
Asha, please check your DM when you can. It's kind of important.
We do have another quick pause, unfortunately, but we should be underway with King's Row momentarily. And once again, I'd like to thank everybody who's been tuning into this tournament, supporting us with the donations. All the players who did show up to play. It's been a really fun 2 days. We've seen a lot of new and upcoming players popping off. I guess all they really needed was an opportunity to show what they're capable of.
Incoming in 30 seconds.
And that's what these tournaments are all about, just to give people a
I
platform,
think I've got this, old man.
as well as coming together for a good
Very
cause.
much for waiting around.
For those who are just tuning in for the first time today, this is a handicap tournament where each team is given a handicap based on their team's average skill rating. And in this particular match, Mukesh Idlivada is from the Diamond tier, while Team Batman Soup is of the Master tier. So they will be playing with reduced damage, unfortunately for them, but hey, that's just how it is. Do you think Batman Soup can bounce back in this one? They are running Cruzy on McCree and Mukin on Hanzo. Not opting for the Bastion comp.
Again, as I said, they shouldn't be doing that because they do know that Mukesh Idlivada is going to play their dive. They are strong at dive. And with the damage reduction, taking down that bubble, killing the monkey will be like a harder thing. But as I said that, the monkey just goes down instantly.
Yep, that's focus fire for you.
Yep. I mean, that's good. I mean, I expect it, but on paper, you know, the dive comp is better.
Soul Hunter, because that isn't Mukesh Idlivada's team. Butcher, Metal, all in Batman Soup. Cruzy with a quick kill on Plexus. Saving those shots in three. Another
Cruzy is
shot.
That's 3 kills for
Yeah,
Cruzy.
Cruzy is just showing up right now.
Just need 3
What
more.
he's famous for, the three.
That's huge. 4. He needs 2 more. He needs 2 more.
But fight did reset, so that doesn't count anymore, does it?
I mean, we didn't really discuss that in the rules.
That's true. So if he gets 2 more kills,
This could be it.
nope.
Oh no.
The Rhine does go down. If they regroup fast and come back into the fight, that should be in first point.
Should be looking very quickly, and he does a solo grab on the enemy Zarya.
I'm not sure if that was
I
needed.
really like the but Cruzy, he's just going to their backline. The flashbang and the quick headshot on the Lucio. Cruzy's just taking over this game right now. They don't seem to have an answer for him. We've seen this before, time and again from him. When he gets going, it's really hard to stop him. Yokin just gets flanked by Flexi, taken down. That Lucio.
What? Nice dragon.
60 seconds remaining.
Usually what I just managed to get the point with under a minute remaining,
Escort the
but now the clock will reset and they will get 2 minutes added. So far I haven't really been impressed with Batman Soup's ult usage. It feels like they're just winning these fights through individual skill. There seems to be a lot of disconnect between the two right now. It's not what we saw yesterday. They need to step up a notch if they actually want to stop occasionally doing what they do.
That is true.
Is he getting clogged out? He's just hiding. Will they see him? He seems to be safe for now.
Amplification matrix charging.
So ideally they should just use a coalescence and win the fight here.
I don't think Reaper likes this.
Cruzy getting 2.
Cruzy is just doing Cruzy things.
He's getting both the
off
supports.
the supports. And Reaper 27 is probably talking to his team right now, asking for help.
Ultimate is charging.
That's more like it.
They do have another Grab Dragon combo on the side of Batman, so still a ways to go on. That's a big
my
shot
god.
from Advisor, but luckily usually what a Baptiste just saved him. Baptiste moved out.
He takes down the tire instantly. He's able to win the fight. The grab comes out, catches 3 of them.
This is looking really good for Batman Soup at this point.
What? What is that Zarya doing?
All they have to work with is really the Mara ult and the Dragon. Flexi just spamming from a distance, trying to build up his jump that tire. That could be what they need to get this jump.
Oh, he actually gets Cruzy.
What? How does he kill Cruzy?
We must increase our
I think Cruzy missed the headshot.
He did. I think this should be point if you ask me.
Yeah, whatever they did, it did work out. But Flexi is not with his team, so they might be looking to recontest.
I think you shouldn't be recontesting this. You've used an ultimate over there. You're giving them a- Now it all comes down to Grav and Shatter and how they're gonna play it. If it's comboed well, baiting up the trance, yada yada, I think this should be easy third point for Team Mokishivara. He uses the trance. I don't know why Watch has been doing that of lately. Grab getting only the Zen. The Shatter getting the other healer, which means no heals for a few seconds. The Rhino gets split up.
Ensures that everybody stays alive. They're not done with this push.
I think that should be map right there. I mean, third point, not even map. Not bad.
They did manage to complete the map with 5 seconds on the clock.
0-3.
Batman Soup really needs to work on their ultimate usage.
Yeah, there seems to be some kind of disconnect today. I'm not sure what it is. They're just not playing as a team. So far, they've just been running on their individual skill. They need to step it up if they want to stay in this series. Avoid getting knocked out with the lower bracket.
Ready for battle.
Only through conflict.
There's nothing I haven't seen before. Stick together. We will complete our mission.
Cruzy getting up on that Doom Fist. It is a hero he plays a lot. He likes playing the Doom Fist. Who got the 6k was Pokerface yesterday against Team Pepega. With the Hanzo Dragon.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Decides not to go for the sweeps of the green, which was working incredibly well for him last round. Let's see if he can keep it up. It's a really quick kill on the enemy Reinhardt. Now
Advantage tries to. Oh my god, Cruzy pumps him.
Cruzy's just included.
Yeah, this is scary for Cruzy's not letting them breathe.
Yep, that is how it feels to play against a contenders player.
Luckily it's being offset a little bit by Gary on the other. Look at that.
Gary, Chinese gift to
Chennai's
esports.
gift to esports or China's gift to esports? China's gift to India esports.
My ultimate is charging.
Oh, Cruzy is just going off, dude. He's just hitting all these shots.
Advisor with a fire strike.
I wish I could look up the stats for this game. When team play doesn't work, you know, just click heads.
You always click heads after. You never go for the team play.
I'm a team player. I support.
And DPS with support. That isn't the team player.
Uzi looking for another sniper with Jakarta, and he does get it. Lexi must be hating his life right now.
Should have played like that.
Grab up. They should be looking to use this in this fight. It's a good grab getting both the tanks, but there is lightning on the high ground with Shaman and Lightning. It's just an even fight so far with Lightning going down.
That's a two-man shatter. But the counter shatter comes in and he takes up the Reinhardt.
Cruzy is just going off this game. Like, he does not want to lose. Clicking has just one by one like team. It's time for me to carry. It's not the first time we've seen him do something like this. He's done it time and again in lands. Nightwing switching to the Widow to try and counter him. And Flexi on the air, so they are running a double sniper combo.
Surrender to my will. Fire at will.
You're killing some, like everything with the beat on is very hard with the damage reduction. Cruzy with the double kill.
Oh, those headshots!
You don't make an exception.
He's just going up now.
What damage reduction?
I know, right? You can do whatever you want. You need to donate more money.
That's a huge shatter.
Usually will be happy for stopping them over there, but Batman Soup does have a lot of time to work with. 3 minutes 47 seconds on the clock.
So how would you play it if you were Mukesh Tiwara here?
I would probably try and devote all my resources on Sushi, you know, because he's been doing way too much. Whatever you need to do. And play to your strengths. You've got a diva player, you've got that make sure you can't hit shots. Why take a hit scan duel against him?
I like what they did there, you know, killing the Reinhardt first is actually pretty good.
Yeah, this seems like the pace they want to play at. This is how they've been playing the entire tournament, with these heroes that can get up in your face, do a lot of damage, and quickly get out.
You do have the graph coming up on the side of Batman 2.
Yeah, but does have that shot. As I say that, the Ryan goes down, quickly taken down by Advisor. Lucy, he's looking for more of those stinks. He gets the Lucio. There should be a quick kill on the Moira as well.
Oh, Flex gets 3 kills. They should be able to hold this one off.
I guess we need to try and work towards the mail as quickly as they can.
Yeah, but the beat and the Mario ultimate is there. So if he gets his beat up quickly, I guess they can defend it properly.
Do you have any?
No, they do not.
And Miokin dies.
See, they've used only 2 support ultimates.
That's a grab down, they've got no value at all. With that being said, you could probably use the Mayo in this fight, and you also have have a shot to work with.
But you do have Wrecking Ball ultimate coming up.
That is true. That's true.
So he can just boot them away, pop ultimate, and deny map space to them.
Night has been doing but he gets put to sleep and he immediately he has to back up to this way.
See, the male getting no value right there.
Oh, that's not what you want to do, Gary.
Both the DPS are getting picked off. Ball got stuck in that. Oh no.
Yeah, Cruzy's just sitting off the shot. Just might be.
He gets the May out, they get the monkey to come in. It's gonna be a C9, touch the point, touch the point. I think they can just hold it off, if you ask me. Sniping gets the pick off, Cupcake goes down.
Night here's another set of mines. You can just deny this point. This just might be a game.
10 seconds remaining.
There
Which
is no
means
other.
another milestone.
Oh no! Cruzy,
He's just doing what he can to get to the point, but it's too little too late.
I think Mukesh, Italy, Vada, they take it.
They will be advancing to the finals.
Victory.
We see another upset and Team Batman Soup, they get knocked down to the lower bracket. GG, well played.
Play of the game.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I did kind of expect this after the showing yesterday against Janata's favorites, but they're just stepping up every single time. A higher tier team, it doesn't really matter. It's just incredible stuff coming out from them. They're gonna be really happy with this one. Team Batman Sub, they need to work a little bit on their teamwork, but they're not out of the tournament yet. They're just knocked down to the lower bracket and they still have a big shot at coming back, maybe even taking the whole thing. So it is not over by any stretch of the imagination. And that being said, we will be moving on to our next game very shortly. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned, get your snacks, come back. And we will be back after a short break.
And I've been chilling, watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. bass guitar. Simmer down and mess me up. Tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. And I drive me round in your red Ford. Shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes are funny,
Hello and welcome back to the lower bracket game between Janta's favorites and Men in Plat. Janta's favorites being a 4K team did get their damage nerf down by 10% and will be playing with 75% damage. Thanks to the people who did generously donate. Will this be enough for Men in Plat to seize this victory? We'll find out in a few minutes.
It should be.
Yeah, Nishant on God, 75% damage. I already hear him whining about it.
Apparently, Nabu has 10 FPS.
Let's just give him a pause then.
Integrated GPUs in 2020.
Fortunate. Also remember kids, stay at home, wash your hands. It's time to sit and play all your favorite games. We will be pausing for a few minutes, give Nabu a chance to maybe reboot his computer and get back his FPS. Unfortunately, we have been experiencing a few technical issues across the board. It's not something we can really help. Thank you for being patient, and once again a big thank you to everybody who has donated so far. I would also like to take this opportunity. A big thank you to Global Esports for sponsoring this tournament and supporting us with the production. This would not be possible without them. Big shout out to everybody from Global Esports. In the last map, we did have another flawless victory from a lower seeded team, so that did add to the donation pool, and we are slowly closing in on the 50,000 mark. I think that is really impressive. The community coming together and donating so much money for the people in need. I don't know, I'm just so happy with how this has turned out. Thank you everyone once again. So Vyler, what are your thoughts on this? Who do you think is going to take this? Men in Plat, one of the platinum tier teams, which is the lowest in the tournament, going up against Team Janata's favorites, who are one of the best players in the country. All of them really experienced, have played in the World Cup, they've won a lot of LANs. They know what they're doing in Overwatch, but they are being nerfed quite hard and will only be doing 75% damage. And this is King of the Hill, where you have a lot of these brawly fights, so the damage nerf is a lot more significant than, say, an escort map or a control map. What are your thoughts on this?
I think Janata can definitely win this.
Even with the damage nerf, they are playing at 75%.
Yep. It is entirely possible.
Alright, we will see how that turns out, because they do have some incredibly skilled players on their side, like Kekot, he's on the Pharah, getting damage boosted by Soul Hunter. Nabu and the McCree Primal on Izana, and Nightmare, Archangel, two incredible tanks taking up the front line. Going against Ghost Arun, Booty Worship, Cyborg Ninja, Pratkun, Thick Woman, and HB Shonen. Kekot just raining down rockets from the height. But it is a quick gap for Men in Plat.
Kekot doing so much damage. He's already at 70% ultimate charge.
Yeah, but it just wasn't enough because the rest of his team. Look at Archangel, he's only at 19% off. Ghost Arun playing the Orisa for a change. I thought he would be on his ball. He's been playing a lot this tournament. Worship.
Kekot already up to his ultimate.
That's the first barrage of the game, and it's pretty big with a 3-man kill, taking out both the tanks as well as the main. That's all the sustain.
It's a 4K.
It's a 4K.
Come on.
Can he get a 6?
We need a 6K.
They are working towards it.
That's a 5?
And he's going for it. They are going for this. But Lucio, he's slippery. And
no,
he does not get a Nightmare too. He has to finish the job. Unfortunately, Pratkun was too quick to run away with it. And you can see they were going for it. Nightmare held on as long as he could. But it was either letting him live or secure the kill.
That's a very good pick on the Doomfist at the huge shatter by Archangel.
Kekot with another
that's another 3K.
Wait, that is
4K.
actually 5 because he did take the first kill before.
Oh yeah, that's a 6K.
We got the second 6K off the tournament, ladies.
That is a
They're gonna be really happy with that.
Hey, after I'm back.
Did you see what we just witnessed? The second 6K of the tournament.
Indeed.
Enemy in my sight.
Picot has another ultimate. This can be another. Oh my god, it's another 2k. That's a 3k. That's a 4k. That's a 5k. Oh no!
Booty worship just jumping off the map. Does not want to give this to them.
That is so unfortunate.
Heroes never die.
It's an even trade.
This is not your time. Fire at will.
I have no idea how to turn this around.
They're showing off.
I will not waste this opportunity.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
My ultimate is charging.
Hello. Hello.
Look after yourself.
I think
out
we need
there.
to get a pause here.
These World Cup players are amazing. Yeah, they are. They're not fooling around this time. All of them are playing on their main roles. They do not. This is an elimination match. It is a lower bracket. The team that loses will be out of the tournament. And they do not want to lose. They want to take this. They want to go all the way. They want to win this tournament. Nerfs or not, 75% damage. It doesn't seem to matter. They're just doing it. Showing up big.
Yep, as I said, they should be able to win this even with 75% damage reduction.
Didn't seem like that early on when Men in Black capped the point first. But I guess that's where the experience difference as well as maybe like a potential skill difference shows. There is a reason why these guys are so highly rated on the ladder. And they are coming in with tons of experience playing in tournaments like these. Not just online but offline as well. At the highest levels of competition. Unfortunately, we do have another pause. This time someone on the side of Men in Black is disconnected, but he has joined and we will be resuming.
Hello. Put your security in my hands.
You need to remember that Janata's favorites are probably the best players in India. One of the best players in India.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello.
I think only the players from Team Pepega are at the same tier.
Yep.
I am power.
These essentially are two of the finalists in the World Cup.
Yeah. Archangel and Nightmare, it's kind of strange actually, they've swapped roles. Nightmare usually plays the main tank and Archangel an off-tank player. They did decide to swap roles, but that just shows the caliber of their players because they are quite flexible on. Unfortunately, we do have another pause. As I was saying, they are all quite flexible on their roles. Some of them are even play DPS support, whatever you want to give them. DJ, you played with these players a lot. You played with them in the World Cup as well. Can you tell the viewers a little bit about each of them?
Well, starting off with Kcock, easily one of the best DPSs in the country. I guess
Yeah,
he is the best DPS in the.
I'd actually say he is the best.
Yep, I agree.
Yep. And then you have Nightmare 2K. You know, I played off tank with him, and it was very easy adapting with him. Even though I never played with him before, it was the first time playing with him in a team. Adapting with him was very easy. Like we could work on each other's calls, so it was pretty much playing like with Begaro.
Yeah.
And you have Solan, good game sense. For me to tell this, but yeah, he does have good game. He does know how to play the game well. Yep. So I would say the team is pretty stacked. The 75% isn't gonna harm them that much.
Yeah, we
Yep,
say
they
that.
do
We
have
did
the
see it
best-
yesterday where they got ripped apart. Although it was a close game, they did drop down to the lower bracket, getting pushed there by Mukesh Levada, who were kind of like punching above their weight, if I can say that. I did not expect them to do so well, go so far, and they are waiting in the finals for one of these teams from the lower bracket to like claw back up and have a rematch with them. But yeah, I think if anyone can come back and do it, it just might be this team, like you were saying. All of these players, they're just incredibly skilled, especially like Kcott, like more than his mechanical skill. I think it's his versatility and his game knowledge that makes him such a dangerous player to play against. Like
Indeed.
even if he's not comfortable with a hero, you just give it to him and he picks it up in a few days. Pause champ, yeah, it is a pause champ, unfortunately. If MIP win just fix Corona, yeah, wish we could. If MIP win the tournament, then yeah, we might consider donating 50k. Oh shit, I just got word from advisor that Discord is dying. Alright, I can't hear anyone else here with me, so it might just be me.
Not yet, boys.
Oh, good. So yeah, again, Janata's favorites are showing up strong. They've taken the cap, the first cap, and man and flat. They'll have to dig deep, find something new. I guess this is Booty Worship playing on a different name on the May. Interesting to see that he's gone May. I guess they want a lot of control with this lineup.
With it, I am unstoppable.
The Shara getting off 4 of them.
Unfortunately, if you do want to contest shots far, you need to be hitting your shots.
Ready to unleash the move.
Do you think this team just went back yesterday after the loss and they were like, okay, we need to switch a few things up? I didn't see them run this Farah Mercy so much yesterday, but now they're playing around Kcott's Farah, being boosted constantly by the Mercy, just making sure that the reduced damage doesn't really hurt him all that much.
indeed, that's what they're doing. But if you're a smart team, you're just gonna play double shield and negate the Pharah damage while you kill everything on the ground.
They are doing that, but it doesn't seem to be enough.
Not with the Reinhardt though, with the Sigma, so you can actually full combo the Pharah out of the map.
Booty worship going on Pharah of his own. I'm not sure if that's such a good idea. This just might be a quick first map for Janata's favorites as they take Oasis. And Nishant, he was so worried about playing Koth with 75%, calling it impossible and stuff, but it looks like they have managed to do what was considered impossible. And they will be going strong into the second map, which will be Men in Plat's choice. That's 3, 4, 5, and Booty Worship not giving him the other 6k, but he did manage to get one prior to that, so. Second map will be chosen by Men in Plat in just a few moments. Advisor learning main tank directly in the tournament. How do you like it? Holding down mouse 1. Isn't that what you do in Valorant anyway? Firing shots maybe, would ya? To everyone who's watching, once again, thank you so much for your support. And I request you guys to subscribe to this channel for a lot more Overwatch content coming up in the next few weeks and months.
By the way, the damage will be resetting to 85.
Oh, that is not good news for Men in Plat at all. Even against 75%, they weren't able to do much. This is going to be a significantly stronger Janata's favorites coming into this Junkertown map. It might be too soon to write them off, but I don't know. It's not really looking good for them. What does chat think? Predictions? Do you think Men in Plat can come back? It is their map choice. They have picked Junkertown.
Welcome to Junkertown.
They're just letting K-Cod play the Widowmaker over here.
Yep, I want to play with. I want K-Cod to play on.
Initiating match.
K-Cod's one of those widows who goes up against the likes of Kefri and claps him, so it's not going to be fun.
Yep, and get accused for hacking by Kefri. Yeah.
Ready for battle.
Why can't you just click on their heads? Yeah, you could, but unfortunately this game has heroes like Orisa, Sigma, Diva, who all have ways of making sure DPS cannot click those heads.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Also, clicking heads doesn't necessarily solve the problem.
Well, if you could actually find the click angles to click heads, just do it thrice.
Yep. They are gonna hold close with a passion.
5, 4.
But I think Janata will be expecting this. Even if they are not expecting it, they know how to counter this very well.
Well, it is a cute strat, but I don't think it will hold this team at the choke for too long. They know how to play against this. It's one of the strats they practice.
Look at that, Archangel just backcapping the point.
Yeah, because it's just going to force them off. Like, what can they do at this point?
Yep.
You're going to stay there, your card keeps rolling. Got taking out the Bastion, and that's a significant amount of damage lost from the Flat Archangel, just rolling with the ball, disrupting the enemy team. It's nice to see them trying new things, but it's not going to work out against a team of this caliber.
My ultimate is almost ready.
What does Men in Plat do now? That is the question, because clearly their initial strategy did not work. Cyborg Ninja going on that soldier is not a hero we've seen in a while.
To be honest, I don't really see anything that they can do.
Well, never know. There's always a way to go.
You gotta cheese patterns, that's the only way.
Yep. It's a Bob and a dragon, everything being thrown at once. It's a lot of ults being used, but they don't seem to care. They are getting the kills. That should be a quick first point. Mercy coming in, trying to keep the Orisa alive, but he's been antied up, so he gets no healing whatsoever.
Only place for objects. Junkertown is on the scrappy.
K-Cop goes down to a straight grenade. Ghost Arun getting back on the ball, trying to contest Archangel. He is a ball main, it's one of his best heroes. So he should be pretty happy that he gets to play this hero. Booty Worship just coming back with that Junkrat tire. He might be able to do something with it. Oh, that is a pretty big tire. As Booty Worship gets not just Novel, but also the main tank, Nightmare, so they don't have an Orisa. It's going to be hard for them to push the card.
See K-Card playing a very aggressive angle here.
Yep, he is behind the lines.
He will be trying to outplay this McCree, but it is pretty risky as well. He's got a lot of support, he's got to go into it. Junkrat as well. Soul Hunter, he's come up on that trance for the next fight if he needs to use it. Look at that dive. 85% damage. There's just so much more you have to do than normal. Nabu, he's got his bob up. I think he's gonna save it for the next point though. Doesn't really need to use it right now. Ghost Arun, he's just getting bullied.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
What do you think Team Men in Black can do against a ball like Archangel? You know, he's just gonna be in your backline, disrupting you constantly. What can they possibly do? How do they shut him down? Do they need to maybe switch to a Sombra? Just for the hack?
Yeah, there's two things they can do. Either they can focus on the ball and try to kill him as fast as possible, but that is very hard to do. Or you can just ignore him and press forward into the rest of the team, which will make it a 5v6.
Yeah, but I don't think ignoring Archangel for too long will work out very well. He's one of those really sneaky players. He will be looking to either kill you or push the card. And if you
The
just
thing is,
focus everything
it's
on
not
him,
really the one or the other. You need to employ both strategies at the same time, depending on the situation.
and this is not looking good for Men in Black. That being said, it isn't over yet.
Heroes never die.
Oh, K-Cock getting the kill on Ratkin's Brig. And he gets a stick on the Mercy as well.
That's the second kill. Oh no!
Does get stunned up and taken down, but that just leaves Nabu with so much of space from the backline. All he needs to do is stand there and shoot. Ghost Arun trying his best with the ball, but he gets slept.
This will be interesting to watch.
Double sniper on the last point. Minute and 35 left. Ghost Arun doing everything he can to try and make sure K-Cot gets pressure, but he's just being healed up immediately by his team. That will be all 3 points pushed by Team Janata as favorites, with just over a minute to spare.
And 1 minute on the third one is a very good time.
Yeah, on Junkertown. Most of the time we don't even see teams finishing this map because it's such a hard choke to push through. Now they're going to be pretty happy with this one. I guess they're already like making plans for the next round.
I just want K-Cot to play Viro, man. I just want to see it.
Probably will on this round, I guess.
It's a joy,
And
nice.
he does
There we
go
go.
without.
It's an absolute joy to watch this guy play Viro.
And you know he does have tanks like Nightmare and Archangel for him, like making all that space.
Yep.
It's probably one of the best teams to be playing Widow in, because they know how to play for Widow. They will be doing everything they can in their power to just like get him those free sightlines for both K-Cot and Navu, and Soul Hunter is going to be discarding the targets that you need to kill. But and they do decide to go with the Bastion comp. With the Genji though, that's it's kind of interesting. It's just a single Genji. I'm not sure what he hopes to accomplish with this. Maybe he wants to sit on the Widow. I just don't know if a single Genji is gonna be enough to do anything.
They're just waiting for the Widow. It's nothing else.
It is hard to play Viro against double shield though.
And reduce damage, 85%.
Yep.
85%. The headshots that you hit are not killing people anymore. It's like you just need to hit more of them. But if anyone can do it, it's this guy.
I am ready.
That is actually working for them, this comp. Cyborg Ninja finally gets the kill on K-Cot. They've almost pushed the first point, the Bastion comp coming up big. I have a feeling they will be making a few swaps, and yeah,
Yep,
they
they will be changing the Viro. The Viro is just not getting enough value. There's
He
so
has to
many
do this,
shields.
he's got to switch off and go something like a Pharah. I expect one of the supports to swap off very quickly as well and go maybe a Mercy.
They're probably gonna use their ultimates and then switching.
Nabu getting good position in the high ground. Just throwing those dynamites, sending that Bob. Ghost Darun dropping really low though, he might just die here. Cyborg Ninja is almost worked up to his ultimate, but he does not have a nano boost this time around. I don't know if it's going to be enough, because Soul Hunter does have his Transcendence.
That's a huge move.
Booty Worship is just taking so much fire sitting at that corner. They're not letting him get free angles on that Bastion. Cyborg Ninja, he pops the ult, gets a quick kill on Nabu, but that's probably all he gets.
You can see the damage reduction in that barrage.
Yeah, for sure. It's not fun at all. Soul Hunter managed to take off the Reinhardt. And a quick kill on the Baptiste as well. This should be a 1-5 for Janata's favor. Soul Hunter with a 3k.
Hello.
They still don't have a Mercy for the Pharah though.
Indeed.
I guess they don't need it, they can just have the Zen Orb on top of the car. I do like this rotation coming out from
It is, it's interesting to see them try new things when something isn't working out. They haven't given up in this game for sure. They're not gonna give up without a fight. Primal, he's worked up to the barrage, the nano boost. I think he's gonna just wait until K-Cock gets his barrage and combo with it. It's a nice anti on the Reinhardt. And they're winning these fights without spending any ultimates. That's a big victory for them.
I think the team's gonna try for 6k with the nano bar.
Yeah, they can go for it if they want it. They might even pop the Transcendence just to keep him alive. He's just sneaking his way around, trying to get in position for that one big barrage. They're probably spotted him.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, Nightmare gets a kill there and Nabu as well. So it's only 3k from K-Cock this time. But you can see, they're still trying for the milestones. It's nice to see them. They know they've got this map kind of in the bag. They will be advancing to the next round most likely, so now they're just kind of running. That being said, Cyborg Ninja, he does have another ultimate. I don't know if Pratcon will be able to get a nano boost up so quickly, but anything's possible in these games. Arcades is going in deep and he almost gets Pratcon. I think that just might be game.
Yep.
Ghost Darun, he's just lurking in the backline. Not sure what his plan is over here. He's been spotted out by Soul Hunter, put to sleep. And yeah, that's last ditch effort. Not really big number, unfortunately.
Do something.
Bob coming up from Nabu. Making sure the cart doesn't move anywhere. Archangel's almost up to his mind, so he's just gonna drop it. Like, and this just might be game over.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Oh, that's a really nice pull from Nightmare 2K, getting 3 of them. Helping Nabu with those pulls, just chaining into some headshots, and that will be the game. Janata's favorites wins. They will be advancing in the lower bracket, and Men in Plat, unfortunately for them, they put up a really good show in this tournament so far, but they will be knocked out.
Play of the game.
Even with the damage reduction, it just was not enough to overcome a team like Janata's favorites. But I think they should still be pretty happy about this. It's not like they went down without a fight. Maybe for the next tournament we see them, and they might come back even stronger. What are your thoughts, DJ? Like, you're watching Janata's favorites play now with damage reduction. They seem to have understood how it works, coming up and showing up really strong over here. Like, you might be facing them real soon. It's a
He is gonna
possibility.
face them right now.
Oh, that is true. The next map.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
This will be an extremely interesting match to watch. Mostly because there won't be any damage reductions this match. I mean, there will be, but it won't go down below 85%.
That is true. Both teams will be playing at 85% damage, being a GM tier team. So this will be like an equal setting for both teams. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens in that, and it's one of the matches I've been looking forward to even before the tournament began.
Yep.
So that being said, we will take a really short break, and the teams are coming into the lobby, so you won't be like too long, but we will be right back after a short break. Stay tuned. This match is going to be crazy.
I'm feeling so hollow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I'm living in shadow. Don't you know? Don't you know? I fell for fool's gold. I fell for fool's gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fool's gold. I fell for fool's gold. What did I know? What did I know? You were fool's gold. Yes, I did. And I did it all for love. Yes, I did it all for love. Oh, they say fools believe in it, so I guess I'm one of them. Oh, don't you know? I fell for fool's gold. I fell for fool's gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fool's gold. I fell for fool's gold. What did I know? What did I know? You were fool's gold. Yes, I did.
alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me. Hold your hand while the pain was over. Keep you warm by the roaring sea. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear.
Welcome back everyone to the match between Janata's favorites and Team Pepega. Both are GM tier teams, so the highest seeded teams in the tournament. But we do have a really interesting turn of events. Thanks to a donation of 2000 rupees, both teams have agreed to play mystery heroes. So essentially they will be respawning as random heroes on every single death for this map. It's all in the spirit of good fun, and I think we're gonna see something pretty crazy this map. Weiler, did you expect this at all?
Nope.
I thought it was gonna be kind of like one of the few games we get of standard Overwatch, but not just yet. I mean, people want to have fun, let's just have fun. That's why we're here.
Maybe the finals will be standard game.
Yeah, I guess we could do that depending on what people want. Unfortunately, we do have another disconnect, so we will have to wait a few minutes until this goes underway, but it should be really interesting. So everybody's gonna get on roles and heroes that they're not really used to, I guess. But it is what it is. Once again, all of these are really high-rated players. They've been playing this game for a very long time, so I'm sure they have a lot of experience with multiple heroes, so it might not even really hold them back, you know. But you can't really have fixed strategies anymore because your comps just go out of the window, and now you just have to rely on individual skill. I really like this. Switching things up. All for a good cause. And big thank you to both teams for agreeing to do this, as well as people who did donate. I guess Soul Hunter is the one who disconnected Mumbai internet. They've been having a few issues.
Yep.
So we'll give them a few moments. like we do have to wait a few more moments. I think he should be back shortly though. So Vyler, what are your thoughts so far on this tournament? You've seen some pretty crazy upsets, I think. Some new teams coming up, showing up big on the stage.
Yep. The thing is, I hope people realize the difference between a low tier team and a high tier team.
Yeah.
From this tournament, you can see that even if a low tier team is doing a lot more damage than a high tier team,
yeah,
they are able to still win the match.
Yeah, because of better strategies, better ult usage, better discipline, everything else.
Better target focus, better use of ultimates. It's a lot complicated than just having a good player on your. It doesn't matter if you have amazing mechanics, of course they do help, but nerfing damage is kinda like nerfing mechanics, right?
Yeah, true. Can you join instead of Soul Hunter? Miyokin's asking if he can play this map instead of Soul Hunter. I think we'll just give him a minute or two.
Soul Hunter is online, I think. He just started
back online, so he should be here any moment. I know, I want to see this game going quickly too.
Ready for battle.
Chat, what are your thoughts about this tournament so far? Like, have you been enjoying it? What do you like? What do you dislike? I'd like to hear from you guys. But we will have to wait because this match looks like it's just about to get underway. And we start off with Archangel on Genji, DJ on Frigg, Scythe on a McCree, which is a hero he likes to play, and K-Cot on Orisa. This is definitely an interesting turn of events.
Hi. Hello.
These heroes aren't so bad actually for this map, I guess.
Well, they do have to pick the initial heroes.
Oh, okay, so that wasn't random. I was under the impression that it was Primal with a quick 3k, and now these people will be respawning with different heroes.
The objective is now.
So, Janata's favorites, they get the first cap on Lijiang Night Market.
Oh, even if it's 2-2, I think a guy respawns as his own role.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it is 2-2, it is locked to 2-2, but they respawn as random tank
Within
or a
the same
random
role, yeah, that makes
DPS.
sense. Truth getting on the Para.
And I don't know, if chat wants to see goats, maybe we can make that happen.
Yeah, we probably could. I think the players would also be fairly happy to play it. Chat, if you want goats, vote with a yes.
And we'll make them play goats from the next map.
Alright, I think we should hold off until maybe the third map because we should give them maybe one map to play like normally. Just because this is one of the more stacked matches, I guess. I'd like to see it go all the way to the third map. That being said, Light gets a quick kill on K-Cot, so still could be anyone's map. It's like going back and forth, 30 and 40% on the point. Scythe is built up to his Dragon Blade. I don't think he will be using it just yet. These teams, even with the random heroes, they seem quite even so far. And it's kind of to be expected. All of them are really experienced players. They've been playing this game for so long, very skilled. But Pepega does have the ult advantage right now, so Truth will be looking for a big barrage. Gets one on Nightmare. That should be enough to make Janata's favorites just like take a step back. They will be trying to regroup as quickly as they can. Unfortunately for them, they do not have any ultimates to work with, while Scythe does still have his Dragon Blade. This might be just another one fight for Team Pepega. Light with a quick 2k on Zenyatta. Is this one of the heroes that he picked and he still hasn't died?
I don't think he's chanced even once yet, so I'm gonna say no.
I'm not really sure what he picked at the beginning, so
Yeah, even I'm not sure.
it's one of his best heroes for sure. So if he just got it by random, that's really lucky for Team Pepega. And unfortunately for Janata's favorites, the worst map will be going the way of Team Pepega. And now, but Lijiang is still not over. They still can't come back. Please remove roll lock next game. Goats. I know at least one person in this 12 who will be really happy to hear that. He's playing Mercy right now, but if you tell him to go goats, he'll be the happiest. And that is this guy, Soul Hunter. So how does this work? At the beginning of the round you can pick your hero, and then every time you die you respawn with a different one.
Yep, you respawn with the same role though.
Same role, got it.
You also lose your ultimate.
Yeah, Size decides to open with the Torb. He can still go in for some hammer kills. As well as we've got DJ on Lucio, so we can see some boops as well. This is one of those maps. DJ went for the boop, he managed to get one, but only one so far. Still going back in.
Okay, not getting another one.
Unfortunately, you do need a 3-man boop to count as a milestone. We've only got one so far in this tournament. But Pepega with the first cap, they should be happy with that. They haven't lost anyone just yet. Oh, they have lost Size, but he will be spawning again with the Bastion. Peguro just trying to spawn camp Primal. He's not letting him come out of spawn. DJ, he's going for it. Can he get anyone? Do we have any damage reductions on this, or is it all 100 damage?
No, it's all 100%.
100%. But Janata's favorites does manage to flip the point, and Nightmare has worked up to a trance of his own. They should look to defend this point at least till about 50 or 60%, I think. Archangel is coming up on that, the Junkrat tower. Size getting a kill on Primal. A long range headshot.
Respawned as a top view, and this means we can have top ammo.
That is true. I'm pretty sure if he knows about it, he will go for it. I just hope his teammates have informed him of the fact.
Never mind, he dies.
Who knows, maybe he might respawn as a Torb again. Any crunchers? I think everybody is a cruncher right now.
We're all crunching.
Nabu still has the Shatter, and Archangel does have the Tire. They could definitely hold this. Because of respawns, you lose all your ultimates, and Pepega doesn't have anything to work with at this point. This is gonna be
this
really
is basically how competitive games looks like, right?
True.
It's basically mystery heroes.
This is like your SCA ladder games. I'm sure all of you are familiar with how this goes. Except they're not yelling at each other, they're all just having fun. 5 ultimates on the side of Janata's favorites to 0 on Pepega. I have a feeling they're just gonna take this right here, and we will be going into control center.
The thing is, once you get snowballed,
all of them.
Very...
Primal popping his as well. There is no way for Pepega to be walking at this point. They will have to give up this and, you know, try just a little bit better in control center.
The thing about this game mode is that once you get a initial snowball, there's no way the other team can cap, because you're just gonna build up on your ultimates, and the another team is not gonna have any ultimate. So this mode is kind of broken for the person who caps the point first or wins the first fight. But
so the first fight is all the more, you know, fun. Archangel opening with the Widow. It's an interesting pick.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Just taking out the trash. Bonjour. Hello.
Zeiss getting the first kill on Nabu. Like you were saying, these are big kills for Team Pepega.
Yep. Because they build ultra,
yeah,
but
they
they don't.
need to find a way to like quickly regroup without losing anymore. They need those ults. Kcot's already 30% up to a shatter and he cannot die at this point because he risks losing everything. So how do you even approach the first fight in a mode like this? Do you play conservatively or do you go all out aggression?
I think going conservative. Being conservative and picking your targets is the key. You don't want to overextend and just feed. I think your goal should be not to die.
Zeiss trying to chip away and gets the kill on Primal. This is looking really good for Pepega right now. Unfortunately for Janata's favorites. I think next map we should go without any kind of like modifiers.
Yep.
Because these are two of the best teams in the tournament. We want them to at least have like give us one good game. That's a big kill on Archangel. He was so close to his EMP, now he doesn't have it anymore. He's not going to be happy about that. That was their win condition perhaps, playing off the EMP, but he died at 85%. He just needed one more round of bullets to like secure it, but Truth managed to use the Sonic Arrow and pick him off. Guru falling low, but pops the final to keep himself alive. Control center as well looks firmly in the hands of Team Pepega. As you can see, these teams, even with an unconventional mode like this, they're just so evenly matched. It did go down to the last map of Lijiang, but Pepega will be walking away with this one. And Janata's favorites, they will be able to pick the next map, and we are not doing any strange modes for this one, so they will be looking to come back in a big way. Goats?
Yep. I think we're gonna get goats.
Are we? Are the players agreeing to play goats?
It's their choice what they want to play.
Do the same? Yeah, you'll need more donations to do the same. And we'll have to ask the players if they still want to agree. I think we should probably have like one serious map and then go maybe goats on the third or something.
But if they win this match,
the 3K boop was light in the match against Synergy. Same match where we got our first 6K.
the thing is,
Exit stream of goats, yeah, I might just quit myself. Yeah, what were you saying, Weiler?
if we do a normal match and Pepega wins that, we won't have a third match.
That is true.
Third match.
But this is a way for Janata's favorites to come back into the match and potentially go into a third.
Yep, there are no shenanigans here. It's just no roll lock. Everything else is completely.
So, do we have damage reduction? What are the conditions for this game right now?
Now entering King's Row.
Everything is normal competitive, just no roll lock.
So 100% damage for both teams and no
Yep.
roll lock.
So
Alright
we
then.
should be seeing goats here.
Method, I think, will be leaving the stream. Let's say a small farewell to him. I wish I could say I'll miss you. But it's for a good cause. Play BO5? Not yet. We will have a BO5 though.
The lower bracket final and the upper bracket final will be BO5.
Yeah, we can do that.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
Statistically speaking, I usually get most of my team back alive, but who's counting?
Oh, excuse me.
And Pepika is going for goats.
Goats.
5, 4,
Goats.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Where does this come from? Janta's favorite song. It's like 4 tanks and a bap.
Yep.
Devil
It's
Ryu
advanced.
with the high octane brick gameplay. Holding that mouse one as hard as he can.
This is some next level goats by Janata's part.
Is this even goats anymore? They don't even have a brick on their team.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is goats 2.0.
Soul Hunter is probably having things I can't mention on stream right now.
Yep.
Good job, team. Let's keep it going.
I feel sad this morning.
Strong as the mountain.
I'm sure these guys will be having a lot of fun with no damage reduction.
Janta's favorites lost the first map, and now both teams have decided to play without a roll on. Since it's all just for fun. Nabu getting a quick 2k with the Diva Bomb. That should put Janta's favorites firmly in the advantageous position on this fight. But as I say that, Meguro and Saiz, with a lot of sustain on their team, they're just coming back. It's all coming out, the shatters, the grabs, everything is being thrown out.
There's just so much HP on both teams that they're
Brawl
charging
for
out
charity. K-Cut on the Zarya now. Devil Ryu's almost got a rally, and Truth has this sound barrier if he needs it, as well as light, which the Transcend is just going to be so much sustain coming out of Pepega. Janta's favorites will have to try something, dig deep and find a way to break this choke, because they did lose the first map. If they want to be in this tournament, they need to find a way to get past this. But it does not look like Pepega want to give them any space at all.
Maybe they need to switch to actual goats now.
They might. They do have the opportunity to do it if they feel like. Nightmare switching on that ball. But he switches back to the Reinhardt. K-Cut does almost build up to a grab though, and Nabu does have that big giant nuke coming up, so they do have some options to work with. Meguro will be looking to play aggressively. Get that shatter. But it was blocked by Reinhardt. Played by Nightmare. cart hasn't really moved at all for a long time. It's only 2.5 minutes left. Yep. They're gonna be looking to build that Graviton first on K-Cart, but he's just being bullied away. I wonder what is going on in the heads of Janata's favorites right now. This is not the Overwatch that they've been used to for a long time. And that's a nice grab from Size, making sure he does not get eaten by the D-Drop.
Yep, grabbing the wall there to make sure it doesn't get eaten.
This is an interesting switch though. Nabu has switched off the off-tank and given it to Primal Mage, who is also a really good off-tank player. It's one of his main roles. I guess they kind of like, they want to try a little harder, like make people play their main roles and find a way past this choke. DJ Destiny though, I'm sure he's telling his team not to give them any space at all. He wants to hold them here, he wants his victory. He does not want to lose to his friends on the enemy team. The people he did play the World Cup with. Nicely build up to another grab, but they do have a lot of ults on Janata's favorites as well. No, I'm losing track of all the ults that are being popped. Pretty much like they're just throwing everything out of the kitchen sink at each other. But Janata's favorites just might get the better of the exchange and they might just be moving forward. They do not have a lot of time left on the clock. And the cart is still a long way from pushing the second point. There's only one person pushing it right now. Do they even get the second checkpoint? I don't know if they can. Hero is almost built up to another shatter. He's gonna be looking to make a huge play over here. Taking the high ground, so he's adding to just drop down on them and perhaps get a big shot. He does get grabbed on. And he gets taken down. Team Janata's favorites, they're just firing on all cylinders right now. They're not going down without a fight. This is not over. This game is not over at all.
That could be better.
Light with the Transcendence, I'm not even sure what's happening anymore.
I think he wanted to counter the shatter, but the shatter didn't hit anyone.
I think we've all kind of forgotten how intense codes could get with all the spells being thrown out constantly. This just looks like an all-out brawl, but remember, these are people who have played a lot of codes and they do know how the comp is, so there is going to be a lot of resource tracking and ult management. They're not just... It might look like they are using their spells randomly, but it might not be the case.
Into the iris.
So much sustain on both teams. They're just not good. Nobody's dying. Right now, the shatter of the zone.
A huge shatter by DJ.
DJ coming back up on that high ground. He's looking to build his ult. He's got a pop it. He's dead enough to save his point. He just gets Soul Hunter, who's almost on the way to Transcendence. So that is a pretty valuable pick after all. And Size does come back with another Graviton, just hoping his team can hold it until he gets there. And he pops the ult. That is a big grab catching 4 people. Does not get eaten. Is it even enough? Might not be. There's only one person really contesting the card. Nightmare just charging off the point. That might just be a big mistake. And they lose the point. They do not make it.
Into the...
That was really close.
I'm not sure why he charged off the point there. Maybe just a little bit of miscommunication, but they did push it to almost to the third point.
It'd be like that sometimes.
My audio is decreased by a lot. Okay, I'll check that after this game. Is it still bad?
Ready for battle. Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
This is the lower bracket. Whoever loses this game will be eliminated from the tournament. But they are still having fun, playing for fun. They've decided to agree to play a game without any kind of role lock, so they can pick whatever they want.
It is kind of funny how...
At the moment, I guess it's Team Pepega. They did win Lijiang Tower. And now they managed to stop Janata's favorites from pushing all 3 points.
It is kind of funny how the strongest teams in the tournament are in the lower bracket fighting for their lives.
Yeah. All thanks to some generous donations from people and some really good play from some other teams. Meguro going low. But there is a lot of sustain on this team. 3 healers, it's hard to like do enough burst damage to get past that. He does block the shatter. Nightmare does not get anyone with it, but he does go down. And Janata's favorites holding Team Pepega on the first point.
I mean, Goats and that too on Kingsrow is probably Soul Hunter's dream.
Yeah, for sure. He's been asking to play Goats forever. It's probably masochistic or something, but it is what it is and he likes this comp. K-God trying for a sneaky grab from the high ground maybe. He's just lobbing those Zarya right clicks with 70% charge, so he does get his grab with that. I think he will hold on to this as long as he can. He doesn't really need to use it this fight, so. Both teams doing fairly equally on the ult economy, I guess. Size almost to the grab of his own. And DJ, he eats the grab of K-God. He tried his best to avoid the grab being eaten, but DJ was just too quick for that and really clutch eat. That was insane. Team Pepe, they managed to push the point.
DJ is one of the best divas in
yeah, for
India.
sure. He knew that was coming. He was ready for it. I wish we had a replay feature where we could just go back and show that again. That was a really clutch eat.
Objective A captured. Escort the payload.
Size for the grab of his own. They do not have a diva on the enemy team, so I'm sorry, they do have one in Primal Mage, but kind of far away, so he might be able to get the grab out over there. And he does manage to land it successfully. Nabu with the trance instantly to keep his teammates alive.
I am not sure why Sorota is playing with the blue team, but okay.
Team Pepega looking really strong in this King's Row, playing goats, and DJ just posing on the guard for the camera. He knows how he's been playing this match, and he's pretty happy about how it's turning out. I think he can smell victory. Unfortunately, we will have a pause. K got probably disconnected. Should resume this firecracker of a match really shortly.
Watching this match, I'm kind of glad they made a 2-2 lock.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think anyone wants to be playing this anymore apart from, in a fun tournament like this.
Yep.
It is kind of fun to watch. It is like to see the back and forth, the clutch eats and the clutch grabs, but in a ladder situation where you're playing with random people, yeah, it's just gonna be a nightmare.
There's just so much going on. It's hard to follow anything.
I want to hear from chat. What are your thoughts? Who do you think is going to take this map? Do you think Janata's favorites can pull a rabbit out of their hat and stop Pepega from finishing King's Row? Or is this going to be a 2-0?
I hope Janata wins because I want to see that third.
Yeah, I want to see a third map as well. And they do have they do have players who are capable of bringing this back for sure. All of them are top tier players. If they don't stack support alts.
What if Joint was here with us right now? Commentating with us.
He'd probably just get mad. He has coached a lot of these players, so it's like they forget everything that he's told them.
It'll be super interesting and entertaining, to be honest.
Unfortunately, we have another disconnect. Is he just lagging or is he disconnected from the game? Because
I think it's just lagging.
Okay.
Seems both teams already.
It would be really bad if he loses that 50% alt charge.
Yep.
But luckily for Janata's favorites, he does retain it. The rally coming out from Nishant, pops it. They will be looking to take this fight, but an instant sound barrier from True. Light still has transcendence if he wants it. Just over 3 minutes left, and the cart is inching closer towards that end goal.
This is going to be very hard to hold.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard to hold. But then again, they are playing heavy sustain comps, so I fully expect to see like the ball coming in just about now. Running around. big shatter from Beguro, killing Nightmare right off the bat. He will be taking down this. Does not look good for Janata's favorites.
How did he die inside a Transcendence though?
He just managed to get the return kill on Deverio. They do hold, and Nightmare does have his shatter of his own. Oh, big bomb coming out of Primal, huge, killing 3 people. I think that should be a quick reset from Team Pepega. They are disciplined enough to know when a fight is lost. They will be backing out really quickly and regrouping. But they will be coming back pretty strong because they are coming up on 5 ultimates to just 2 on Team Janata's favorites.
They're pretty close to the grab though.
Size gets kicked out even before the fight begins though. Big shatter from Nightmare to stop them in their tracks, but is it enough? I don't think so, as that's 3 people dead, 4 on the side of Janata's favorites. They just might lose 5, they do.
Primal Mage does get light though, and he's stalling for a long time, so they might be able to bring this back.
Yeah, but they still have 4 ultimates to work with. They didn't really pop anything there.
They
All
do
they
have
is a grab.
though.
This needs to be good. It is, but a return grab just stopping them right over there. This just might be game. Devil Ryu with 2 kills. Holding that mouse one as hard as he can.
Yep, and I think that's a GG.
That should be GG. Sice just cleaning that up. And Pepega wins. They will be advancing while Team Janata's favorites, definitely one of the favorites in this tournament with a lot of highly skilled players. Unfortunately, they will be getting knocked out of the tournament. Fortunately, it was because of donations. They did agree to play, mystery heroes, goats. So a big thank you to them for doing that, for agreeing to that, for being generous with that. And we will be moving on to the next map shortly. I thought that was a lot of fun, even though it was kind of strange to see goats coming back.
Yep. And it seems they want to play a 3rd map.
Oh, they do? Yeah, let's do it. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, they do want to play a 3rd map. Unfortunately, I may have to leave. I may have to leave to have dinner with my family, but I hope you can manage this.
Is there going to be any reductions?
But wait, the team is leaving, so
Alright, I don't think that is proceeding with the next game then.
And the next game will be the lower bracket finals.
Alright, so we will be back really shortly with the short break, after a short break, so just stay tuned. We will be proceeding. It will be Pepega against Batman Soup, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So that is going to be another hell of a game with Mukesh Idliwada just waiting for them in the grand finals. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. We will be back really shortly.
Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. Yeah. I prayed for you and kept you near in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares through. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the No point in blaming you, you did not know. Oh. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I give you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. Oh, you meant the world to me.
We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. We're gonna burn it down. Burn it down. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder. I killed it, it's murder.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
It's murder. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker.
I killed it. I killed it. I killed it.
I killed it, it's murder.
Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Show them. Change the station with a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit. Change the station. Change the station. Change the station with a new shit. With a new shit.
I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder, go crazy, berserker. I killed it, it's murder.
Go crazy, berserker.
What does perfect even mean? Is there even such a thing? Ooh, can we switch up all the rules and imagine a utopia? Darling, I'm just so fed up with these expectations. They keep weighing me down. My heart is begging me to get the hell out of my head. I'm gonna live inside the upside down for a minute and pretend. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa, whoa.
Hello and welcome back everyone to the lower bracket final between Team Pepega and Team Batman Soup. We did receive 1000 rupees donation before this map though, so Pepega will be dropped down all the way to 75% damage, going up against 90% damage for Team Batman Soup. That is a significant drop in the kind of damage that they can do, so they will have their work cut out for them, and it might just be all Team Batman Soup needs to like take this win and proceed to the grand finals.
Hard work pays off.
With Team Pepega, we've seen them do it before against Team Synergy. Even with damage reduction, they did manage to come out on top. They were also a Master Chief team. That beat Size with a huge kill on Cupcake at the very beginning of the map. I don't think this even matters for them. Damage reduction or not, they're just taking the fight to them and boom. That was a big first cap for Team Pepega. It's interesting though, because we do see Cruzy on the ball. He is not playing his DPS. He's being played by Meta this time with Miyokim on the Junkrat. Devil Ryu sitting in the corner with his Bastion. He's dropping low. They might just be able to pick him up, but he gets healed up. Yeah, there is a damage reduction. Batman Soup will be playing at 90%, while Pepega has been nerfed all the way down to 75%, which is pretty significant. And stream quality jumped. Yeah, it did jump, and it's all thanks to Streaker who helped me out with it. Big props to him.
I'm back in the fight.
Light almost coming up on his trance. Even with 75% damage, Pepega's got a pretty strong hold on this map. They're all the way up to 70%. It doesn't look to be slowing them down in any way. They should be really happy with what they've done here. Cruzy though, just rolling around on the ball. He's almost got his mines. Will be looking to drop it down on them, but he's getting bullied up the point. Can he get it up? He does get the mines, but they do manage to kill him right away. This is not looking good for Batman Soup at all. Not what they expected. The damage reduction. Light with the Transcendence. That should provide enough sustain for Meguro to get the kill on Cupcake. And all of this, I think it opened up with a big kill that Saiz got on the first fight. He did a quick flank and he managed to kill off Moira, the main healer. So Batman Soup did not have any sustain left for the first fight. Just watch her on the Zenyatta, unable to keep the rest of the team alive. Sometimes that's all Overwatch is, like it's one move, one clutch kill that has huge effects, just snowballing into what looks like well going the way of Team Pepega. That is a really impressive showing, 100-0 against the master tier team with 75% damage. Pepega, they're not phased, they want to win this tournament. Did we get a hammer kill? I didn't see that.
We did.
We did? Okay, so that's another milestone unlocked. Awesome. That will be, I think, our 5th hammer kill of the tournament.
I bet you have
That will be the 6th one.
6th?
Who knows
Okay, nice.
what kind of weird behavior you picked up?
5, 4, 3, 2.
They've come prepared, Pepega. They just coming off a victory against Janata's favorites. One of the best teams in the tournament, going into the tournament, another GM tier team. So they should be looking really happy with that first point. But it's not over at all by any stretch of the imagination. Now Cruzy's on that Zarya. He should be putting out a lot more damage than he did on the ball. So there are a lot of chances for Team Batman Suit to come back strong and take Helios. Unfortunately, we do have yet another pause. There are lag issues. I'm really sorry about that. It's not much we can do. It's out of our control. But we should be back momentarily. And we are also inching slowly towards that 50,000 mark on the donations. I'm so thankful to every single person who has donated in this tournament. And all of it is going to a COVID relief charity, so it is going for a very good cause. Thank you so much once again to every single person. This has completely exceeded my expectations. It looks like the teams are ready to go, so we are going back into the second round of Ilios. Saiz deciding to stay on this Torbjorn. I guess Pepega has found a comp that they're comfortable with, even with the damage reductions. The Torb Bastion into the Baptiste window. They seem to have found a way to play around this damage reduction. A big stun on the enemy Reinhardt by DJ, and they managed to get Neokin down. These are huge kills. Once again, Pepega coming out strong in the first fight, and as you probably already know, the first fight of a COT map is extremely important. Because this will just let them set up and hold strong. It will be a while before Team Batman Suit can do anything to challenge this fight. None of them are close to their ults. And another kill, Light taking down Miokin even before the fight begins. They will have to reset, wait a few seconds for him to come back. All they can do right now at this point is just chip away and try to build their ult. But it's a long way. None of them are really above 75%. Only Cupcake with the Moira ult, but she's gonna be looking to use it to initiate, I guess. Devil Ryu though, getting 2 quick kills with the help of Truth on that Baptiste, giving the window to the Bastion, amplifying his damage by a significant amount. They've sort of mastered the meta for this tournament, so to speak. They know what they're doing. They know how to work around this damage reduction. You can throw all the money you want, but it's still not enough to beat them. But it's still all going to a good cause, so keep it coming, and thank you once again. Cruzy, he's almost got his Graviton ready. But DJ with a huge lift. Light popping the trance to keep his team healed, but Devil Ryu does go down. That's a significant amount of damage lost, but Zeiss with a huge 3k with the Torbjorn ult. That just might be the point for them. They do manage to hold. Even though they expended the Dragon and the Graviton, this... Neo can do anything to clutch this. I don't know if he can. He gets the Baptiste, but he's probably going to give up his life for it. And Team Pepega with a really, really strong showing on Helios, taking it 2-0. Batman Soup just looks horribly outclassed at this point. I feel like they have been on the quiet side all of today, especially Watcher. He had a monster performance on the first day, but I haven't seen him being so clutch for his team so far. And maybe that is making all the difference. Light with 25 defensive assists and 66% kill participation. Maybe he's just being the better Zenyatta right now. This will be Team Batman Soup map pick though, so they still can come back. And I've just received word that we did get another donation of 1,000 rupees. So once again, Pepega will be reduced to 75% damage. Although I don't know if it'll do anything, seeing how insanely they played on the first map of the series. Is it enough? How much do you need to nerf them for them to actually fall? And they are going up against a pretty significant team in Batman Soup. They are a master tier team. They're no slouch. But Pepega is just looking way too strong right now. And I'm pretty sure they have their sights not just on this match, but the next, and probably taking the entire tournament. The grand finals will be a best of 5, and that will be Mukesh Idli waiting for them in the grand finals. One of these teams will be going up to face them. Who will it be? We'll find out very shortly, once we get on the way with our second map. We do seem to be going into King's Row yet again. No, actually, it has been changed to Rialto. This is Batman Soup's map pick. They do seem to like this map a lot. They've been giving us some good games on it. They're fairly confident with this map, so I think we might just see them bounce back and take this to a map 3. But Pepega though, they are just playing extremely well right now. They've sort of like figured out how to play around this damage reduction, and they're playing as a team. Like, they're cycling their ults properly, they're tracking the enemy ult, they're just doing all the right things right now. They just look like the better team. Batman Soup not out of it yet by any stretch, but they will have to like turn it up a notch. Maybe put Cruzy back on that McCree the way he was popping off in the previous game. They just
Welcome
need that extra damage maybe. And I have a feeling he might be playing DPS this round.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Unfortunately, we will have yet another short pause. But I feel like it shouldn't be too long before we get this map underway. And as predicted, Cruzy does go on that Hanzo. He is playing the DPS role this time, with Miokin switching to the off-tank in Zarya. It's a Method playing the Pharah. He will be supported by Cupcake on the Mercy. They will be looking to do a lot more damage this time around. On the other hand, it seems like Pepega might be sticking to what works. They like the Bastion comp a lot. They've been using it extremely well so far, so they're just sticking with the same heroes. Bastion, Torbjorn, Truth on the Baptiste with the window to give an extra boost to his Bastion when he needs it. Light will probably stick to Zenyatta, Begoro on his Reinhardt, and DJ will probably be picking up the Sigma. Begoro does go on the Orisa though.
Hello.
Playing the Pharah Mercy into a Bastion though, even a damaged nerf Bastion, it just might be a little risky. I wonder if Method will scout it out early and swap off. I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to go and take another approach to this attack. At the moment they seem quite happy with it, but they haven't really scouted out the enemy team just yet. It's gonna be a while before they do that, and now they know it. This is when he might decide whether to stay on the hero or swap off, but he's just spamming the rockets on the Torb turret. That's one way to get rid of it. Devil Ryu just holding strong, standing all the way in the back. He knows his team is supporting him really well. He doesn't have to do anything but sit in one spot and just fire away. He drops dangerously low though, down to 50%. That could have been a kill if just one more arrow from Cruzy had connected, but luckily for Devil Ryu, he does stay alive for the moment. Method still firing away with those long-range rockets, looking to build up to that barrage. He's not too far away, he's at 70%. Cruzy though, just taking these flanks pretty aggressively. And they just might have broken the choke. This might just be the first point. Cruzy teabagging his old teammate and friend Beguro. They will be laughing about that one later. Okay, Cruzy is just popping off right now with 3 quick kills. He's just hitting these long range headshots. And another one, that's 4k for Cruzy. This guy is insane when he just gets going. There's now Pepega might be like, they might have to like go back to the drawing board and think of something else. How are they going to stop Cruzy right now? They do have a grab dragon coming up. They need something to answer. They don't have any support all to work around that. So if they get caught, this could be really bad for Team Pepega. But I'm pretty sure they will be tracking also. They know this is coming. They will be expecting it. DJ going aggressively with the Sigma. Picking up not too many people actually. They committed 2 ults on the side of Pepega. The Sigma and the Bastion ult, but it wasn't enough. to stop Batman Soup. They will be pushing further. They'd be really happy with that exchange. They didn't even have to commit the Graviton. They still have both tank ults coming up. That was a very questionable ult coming out of Neokin, trying to solo grab DJ, but it just gets eaten by him. But it doesn't seem to matter because Advisor on the Reinhardt decides to pop his Shatter as well, and they do secure the second point. But I have to say, DJ is coming up clutch with these eats. First against KCOD's Zarya, he ate the grab with his D.Va, and now again with Sigma eating another grab. That's gotta feel really good as an off-tank player. He will be really happy about that, but he might not be very happy about how the game is going because Batman Soup has managed to push really far. Size on the McCree, trying to square off against Cruzy on the Hanzo. Method managed to get Size, and he's just throwing down more rockets on DJ. He might not be able to finish the job, but DJ will have to retreat to the point. That just might be enough to push this to all 3 points. Yeah, and it is 3 and 45 on the clock. That is an impressive time coming out of Team Batman Soup.
0 to 3. Switching sides.
I don't know what Pepega can be doing at this point. They need to push all 3 points, and with 75% damage, that's not going to be easy at all. Like I said, this series is not over yet. It might be going all the way. We have a match in our hands. Once again, knowing DJ, Truth, Light, Beguro, they will all be thinking about some... They will be looking to switch things up. They're not going to go down without a fight.
I'll enjoy the quiet while put your security in my hand. Put your security in my hand.
Devil on the Mei, going for a control-oriented lineup. And Sice on the Pharah. This is probably the first time we've seen him play it. No, I think he played it in a previous map. They're going for a spam comp with Devil switching to the Hanzo.
I grow tired of waiting.
I guess not. They decided to swap back to the Bastion, which is probably a good thing because it has been working incredibly well for them. They've learned to play around it in a really short time. But they do have their work cut out for them. Size taking the fight to Method, both of them supported by their Paras. Oh, that was a really good pull by Beguro by Destiny. It might not have been enough. Size just barely missing the air rockets. Devil Ryu getting taken down really quickly though, and that is a great sign for Team Batman Soup. Size, he's trying to dual Method on the Pharah without a mercy, but Truth just comes back and heals him up. Switching over to Method, he gets a really good air rocket on Sice, forcing him to back off, if only temporarily, and now he's just raining down rockets on the Bastion. Doesn't manage to get him down though, because there is an immortality shield, but he does in the end, eventually. That is 2 kills on the Bastion as well as the Orisa. Can he get the Pharah as well? No, he can't. But the damage is done, and they have held the card here. 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining. Yes, Devil Ryu does switch off the Bastion and go onto his signature hero, the Doomfist, but Meta does have a barrage. Even if they know about it, how do they stop this? They don't really have anything to stop this. It's a barrage from maybe max range, but I think it was enough to get the job done. Cruzy going after this Doomfist. Does he get him? Devil, he barely managed to escape. We're just under half HP. This is probably go time for Team Pepega though. Size has his ult, Pedro has Shatter. He will be looking to make plays. They need to do something really quick. Otherwise, they will just be getting held over here. Size needs to be playing a little carefully. He cannot get taken down by Cruzy or the Ana. This is really risky for him trying to go in and barrage. He needs a setup from his team. He's trying his best, but Cruzy just peppering him down to 45. He gets the shot, but Cruzy managed to kill him as well. Unless he gets res, he does not have the barrage for this fight. So Batman Soup, they managed to hold with a clutch kill on the Pharah. Pepega will be sweating right now. Although Sice does slowly make his way back to the fight. This is still a lot of time taken away from them. Sice, 3 rockets, can he get 4? Oh, the damage reduction really messing with him over there. That would have been a guaranteed kill if we were playing under normal conditions, but we aren't. Sice, how much more can he do? He's hitting all these shots, but unfortunately, he has been nerfed in terms of damage. It's just not enough. 31 seconds left. This map, Rialto, it was Batman Soup's pick and it does look to be going their way. Unless Pepega can pull up a miracle. It does not look likely, but who knows, we've seen extremely strange things happen in Overwatch. The headshot from Sice, not really doing anything. He will be healed up. DJ with like a Hail Mary D.Va ult. And I think that will be Rialto just going the way of Batman Soup. And he should be going to game 3 shortly.
Heroes never die.
75% damage, just doing a whole lot of work for them in this map. Maybe, hopefully, for Team Pepega, they might not have any more reductions in the next round, unless someone does decide to donate. We will have to wait and see.
Double kill.
Unfortunately for Pepega, this will be their map pick. So they've at least got that going for them. Right now they must be talking amongst themselves, like wondering what they can do to circumvent this damage reduction. It is hitting them hard. Sice especially, like he hit like four air rockets continuously. That should be a guaranteed kill, but it just wasn't enough. Mercy just healing through all of it. Just was not enough burst on the side of Pepega. It's gotta be really frustrating to play against that, I can understand, but it is what it is. It is a charity cup. We do have these restrictions even for the best of the players. Unfortunately for Team Pepega, we do have another donation coming in. A donation of 1000 rupees, which means they will be nerfed again in the final map to 75%. And that is a huge milestone because we have officially crossed 50,000 rupees worth of donations. Thank you so much to every single person who has donated till now. It is really appreciated, although Team Pepega might be a little annoyed about that. But all of it is for a good cause. Once again, thank you so much. DJ is not going to be happy about this, but he's a big boy. He can handle it. And even with 75%, we saw what they were capable of in the first map, Ilios. Even though it was a COT map, this will be their map pick. The donation rules, every time when a higher tier team plays against a lower tier team, the higher tier team can lose 5% of the damage for every 500 rupees donated, and an extra 5% damage if another 500 is donated. So far for all these maps, people have been donating 1000 rupees each. So for every single map, Pepega, being the higher tier team, has had their damage percentage dropped all the way down to 75%. And we are back. We will be moving into the final map of the lower bracket final between Team Batman Soup and Team Pepega. This is an interesting choice because we will be seeing Busan. I don't think we've seen this map yet in this tournament. This was Team Pepega's map pick. Even with the 75% damage, I'm quite surprised they decided to go into a COT map, but well, it did work out for them in the first round, so maybe they're feeling strong about it.
I shouldn't be surprised if such a narrow coming from a jump to pop tape.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Size on the Genji, dropping really low. While Batman Soup decides to go with a comp that worked really well for them in Rialto. And they will be getting the first kill onto Beguro. That being said, Devil Ryu doing work on his Doomfist, one of his best heroes, killing 2 people. Unfortunately, it just might not be enough with Beguro with a sneaky back-up. He might just get this. They don't know it. They finally find out, but it's still late. He does manage to cap the point. Incredible play coming out from Beguro there, managing to cap the point and kill off the enemy on a... They should get at least a couple of percentage for this team. DJ Destiny coming in with the monkey. Although he gets taken down, Beguro still... I don't know how he's still alive. He's... Finally, they do manage to flip the point, but Beguro... That was insane play by him. And in these Scott maps, every percentage is like, it's so important. Cruzy firing off that long range dragon. He will get taken down by Devil Reader on the Doomfist. Batman Soup already losing 2 heroes. Cupcake trying to go for the rest, but quickly taken down by Devil Reader again. Shatter committed just to cancel that, but it was not enough. I think that was a bit of a misplay on the part of the advisor. And this should be a flip going the way of Batman Soup. They are not letting the loss on Rialto affect them at all. They're just firing on all cylinders. Looking strong going into Busan. They've come prepared. They want this win. They want to be playing in the grand finals. Whether you nerf their damage to 75 or not, they don't really care. Method, he gets taken down again while ulting. An even trade so far, but it might not be enough because DJ, he's got his primal if he needs it. And he does pop it. Saving more time for his team. The clock is ticking down. A solo grab, maybe committed just to kill DJ. But the damage might have been done. 60% already. Sice does have his ult. And I'm pretty sure they will be looking to contest this. Meguro, he does get on the point, so it's still in place. Sice firing from high ground. They do kill 2. This is incredibly well played by the team. Alright, Pepega is just pulling a rabbit out of a hat. They're playing so well right now. They understand Overwatch really well. They're just playing on a much higher level, I think. DJ with the teabag on Miokin. He does not like being nerfed to 75%. It's all about sending a message. Cruzy trying for a big high noon. Does not manage to get anyone. A quick beat coming out from Light. A clutch play from him. And Cruzy falls off the map. This is looking really bad for him. Sice just uncontested on this high ground. All he needs to stay here is stay on top and keep doing this damage. They have no answer for him. Watcher trying those long range discords and clicks, but it's just not enough. Team Pepega, they're just playing so well right now, abusing every part of the map, initiating at their own pace. They're just they're just playing so well right now. Batman
that
does
was
not have
absolutely incredible.
They just demolished them.
Score 1-0.
One more map away. They want the grand finals.
Ready for battle.
75% damage is not enough to nerf this team. Do we need to put them down to 50%? Unfortunately, that is not possible. They are capped at 75%. That is the lowest they can go. So no, the only thing that can save Batman Soup is better play by them. They need to step it up a notch. Cruzy going on that McCree. He's been doing some insane work on that hero so far in this tournament. He needs to carry his team, put his team on his back and do some crazy amount of damage.
Hello there.
Method going on his signature hero. We haven't seen it in a long time. It is his tracer. He is a really, really good tracer. He's got extensive knowledge of that hero. So right now with their backs against the wall, Batman Soup is indeed looking to play what they're most comfortable with. Watcher dropped really low, but he was healed up. That 75% damage reduction is still in place for Team Pepega. So the first cap does go the way of Batman Soup, but Pepega is still sticking around. They want to contest this. They don't want to give up too much percentage. They have to be careful though. DJ getting a kill on Watcher. There is no mercy there. He's not coming back into this fight. Quick kill on the Moira maybe. They do manage to get the Moira, so this should be the flip. There are no supports on the side of Team Batman Soup. Pepega just playing so well. They're understanding this, how the Scott works now. Even with the damage reductions, they're just playing so well around it.
Their dive and their coordination has just been so
it's
amazing.
like they've just stepped it up like 2 or 3 notches, I don't know. Beguro and DJ, they're just playing so well right now. Size, he almost decided to go for the stick, but decides against it in the end. Cruzy working up to his ult. Cupcake has the coalescence, so they can initiate with this if they feel like. Unfortunately, Size kills himself with his own pulse. So that might just be what Batman Soup needed to open up the point. DJ, he's out of his primal, he's very low on health, they're healing him, but he might still go down this. Wow, that was a big mistake by Method, I think. But still ended up flipping the point, so they should be happy with it. Pepega, they will have to go back, regroup. They have the ball all to work with. Beguro will be looking for some crazy placement of the mines. But at the same time, Watcher does have his Transcendence, so they will be fighting into a support ult. Beguro does pop the mines, it might not be enough, and he gets no value from it, unfortunately. The clock ticking, 85% going the way of Batman Soup. They have to regroup. They're swapping heroes, Monkey, Diva. It's just an all-out dive. They need to like just coordinate, focus their targets and get whatever they can. It's going to be incredibly difficult, but if any team can do it, it's going to be this one. But Cruzy, he managed to high noon Devil Ryu. That just might be the final nail on the coffin, at least on Busan Downtown. Devil Ryu dying instantly, not being able to do anything. He's not going to be happy about this one. But with that said,
Peace be upon you.
this is as close as a game can get.
Score.
All the way to the third map and the final section of Busan, which will be,
Ready for battle.
I don't even know what this is called. I'm just going to call it the Bell map. Temple? What's this called?
Hello there.
Chat? Bell map, okay. Is this G XP without me, Cruzy and Vaishak? It's also without me, dude.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Zenyatta is here.
Oh wait, we did change our team's name at that point. Interesting, Cruzy on the Torb this time though. Quickly taking out Cruzy's turret with Devil Ryu on the Bastion. Maybe looking to inch towards this point. Is that enough? Zeiss gets a crucial kill on the Mei, so that opens up the map for them. And as we talked about this before, the first kill on a COT map and the first cap is extremely important, because this is going to put them in a position where they can set up at their convenience and they will just try to choke out the map. Method quickly switching off, going towards that Pharah. He knows they need more damage than this. They need to kill the Bastion, stop him from setting up at any cost. They cannot let him sit there for free. Backs against the wall for Team Batman Soup. Is there anything they can do? Cruzy has to come up big for his team. We know what he's capable of. We've seen it in this tournament. We've seen it 100 times in tournaments before this. He has clutched games out for his teams. He has won tournaments for his team single-handedly. Can he do it again? If there is a time for it, it is now. Cruzy needs to come up big. And if anyone can do it, it is him. But on the other side, we have players like Devil Ryu, DJ Destiny, Truth, Light, Beguro. They're not going to go down without a fight. Devil Ryu does have his ult. He's going to pop it. Does he get any value from it? That should be a wipe for Team Pepega. They're looking very strong. They do manage to get the Bastion down, but it might be just too little too late. There is no mercy on their side to res him up, but he will come back. He does have the time to come back and set up. Method does have the barrage. Can he come up big? They do have a dragon as well on the side of Batman Soup, but there is no graviton to combo it with, so it might be difficult to set it up. Ruzi still looking for those angles, just chipping away at that turret. Dragon coming in, but a quick rotation and it does not kill anybody. But it does open up the point for them, so they will be happy with this method. He will be looking for a barrage. Unfortunately, he does not really get the position of the concussive blast that he wanted, and Sai's managing to take out a lot of people. This just might be game, and Team Pepega, no matter how much you nerf them, it isn't enough. They just beat two master tier teams with full nerfs. They are playing out of their minds, all of them. I don't even know what to say anymore. If there's anyone who deserves to win this team at this point, it is them, for sure. That is some of the best team play that I've seen in a very, very long time. DJ,
that is honestly the
Guru,
best
everyone else,
I've seen.
they are showing their caliber. They're just coming up strong. You can nerf them, but it is not enough. What a game. What a performance. I don't even know what to say about that anymore. Unfortunately for Batman Soup, they put up some incredible games so far, but it just wasn't enough. But still, they will be pretty happy about the result. They came really close to going to the grand finals. It wasn't enough in the end, but I think for a team that hasn't played for too long, they did have some really good showings as well. But at the end of the day, it will be Team Pepega moving into the grand finals against Team Mukesh Idliwada, who have been waiting for a long time. They have upset Team Janata's favorites, who were one of the other GM teams coming into this tournament. So this should be a really interesting game. But that will be a grand finals. It will be a best of 5. And we will be taking a bit of a break before that. That is scheduled to begin at 10:30 p.m. So we will be ending the stream for now, but please be sure to tune back in at 10:30 p.m. and we will have one hell of a match coming up. So see you all at 10:30. This is me and Vyler taking a short break. We will see you in a bit. Thank you all for tuning in, and once again, thank you everybody who donated. See you all in just over half an hour.
And if I say it
DJ.
it gets ingrained in my head, and I start to see. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Whoa. Honey, I'm a perfect 10. Honey, I'm a, yeah. Disgusted with myself, and I'm disgusted with the way we're told to have a certain face, a certain weight, because we aren't pixels on a screen. No, we're human, we breathe. Every single thing we see curated, it's overrated. These expectations, they keep weighing me down.